I don't see that Mr. Mosley is present. I'm going to pull up your case, Ms. Braun. Are you wanting to proceed with a request for a full protection order?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. I see that Mr. Mosley was served. It's now 10:58 a.m. and he's not appeared. This is number 12 on the docket. Mr. Mosley was served by a Teresa, it looks like a Dewey or Duvet, on August 25th via email to scottmosley62@gmail.com. And there was another proof of service filed by Teresa Dewey showing he was served with the petition and the temporary order at scottmosley62@gmail.com. All right, Ms. Braun, I'm going to have you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that any testimony you give today is the whole truth?
I do.
All right. Can you state your name for the record, please?
Patricia Braun.
All right. Okay. Ma'am, I'm going to review part of your, first of all, to the best of your knowledge, is Mr. Mosley's email address Scott, his first name, Mosley, his last name, 62@gmail.com?
Yes.
Okay. How do you know that that's his email address?
Because he just contacted me from it.
Okay. Thank you. All right. All right, ma'am. All right, a couple questions for you. Are you and Mr. Mosley currently married, formerly married, or never married?
Never married.
Okay. You were in a relationship together where you lived together?
Correct.
And you have no children together?
No, we don't.
At the time that you filed this, did you have a shared residence?
Yes.
Okay. Is that residence a place that one or both of you rents or one or both of you owns?
Rent. I rent.
Okay. Is he on the lease?
No.
Okay. Has he now moved out of the residence?
He still has possessions here that he would like back, and I would like him to get those back. But that hasn't happened yet.
Do you have a plan for how he can get his items?
He was told he had two options by Officer Manning. One was to call and get an officer present, or he could get a third party to contact me to make arrangements for that third party person to collect his belongings.
Okay.
And I have not heard from a third party, and I have not seen a police officer show up with him.
All right, and the residence in question is the one on 6th Avenue, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Do you have Max and Baby in your possession?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, you allege that on August 21st, he physically assaulted you with a cigarette and he threatened you, broke things, stole from you, and screamed in your face. Is that true and correct?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
Is the rest of the information in your petition true and correct?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
You also said he assaulted you on August 8th or 9th by hitting you on the head.
He up alongside the head.
Okay. All right. I'm finding that it's 11:03 a.m. Mr. Mosley was served via email at the last known address, according to Ms. Braun. And I just want to confirm, Ms. Braun, because it's a little bit hard to read on the declaration. Is the email address scottmosley62@gmail.com, or is there supposed to be a dot in there?
I know that he receives email with scottmosley62@gmail.com.
Okay.
But I have noticed a dot in other situations, and I'm not sure how that appeared or why.
But you believe it's scottmosley62@gmail.com, no dots, correct?
Correct.
All right. All right, I will note that the court has some concerns just in the way that this is written. It's not as legible as the court would like. The court will accept it. But I'll let you know if Mr. Mosley comes back and says, I was not served, because again, the way that she's written this out, it's not as legible. The C in his name is kind of turned weird.
Is this the person who emailed him?
Yeah, the person who emailed him. The way that she's written it.
Police department. She works at Camas Police Department.
Oh, she does. Okay.
Yes, she's like the office.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's the court has some concerns. The court will accept the proof of service. When did he move out, Ms. Braun?
The 21st, the last time he assaulted me, he left. He has not been back.
Okay. All right. And now, as I'm looking at this again, it looks like they confirmed it by phone. So the court will accept it. The court will grant you a protection order. What period of time are you requesting for the protection order, Ms. Braun?
I would like 5 years, Your Honor.
Okay. The court will grant you a 5-year protection order. The court will also provide that he can basically contact you using a third party to communicate about removing his items.
Okay. Then how will he be notified of that?
So the third party would contact you.
Okay, but how will he know to do that now?
Yeah, it's really his responsibility to do that.
Okay.
So he need to, if he contacts you, it is a violation of the protection order and you need to contact the police.
Okay.
And I would recommend, ma'am, that you go back to Camas PD and have them email him again with this full order so that he's aware.
Okay, so the one that's being signed today?
The one that I'm signing today, correct?
Okay, then I come to the courthouse and I pick that up and then I take it to the Camas Police Department?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, just hold for a moment, ma'am, while I fill out this order, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Ma'am, do you have a workplace?
Not at this time.
Okay, thank you. Do you expect that you may in the future?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm going to include in any workplace you have in the future, he is restrained from.
Thank you. Your Honor, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
He cannot contest or anything after today, correct?
So he can file a petition to modify or terminate this. He would have to provide notice for you, and it would be his burden to show why it should not be continued.
Okay.
But I have granted it for 5 years.
Thank you
And so
much.
it would be his burden to bring it back to court and show why it should be overturned or modified or terminated.
Thank you.
Is it correct that he doesn't own any firearms, correct, ma'am?
Correct.
And you're not asking for an order surrendering firearms or preventing him from owning firearms?
He is a felon.
Okay. All right.
Hey, good morning. This is Bogdan Lendl. I was wondering if you guys can send me the X-rays that I had. They're like before and after now, and some other ones as well. Specifically, the last one. I had number 10. About 2 months ago, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, that one, and then the whatever with fire as well. So. Okay, if that's an option, sure. Can I see? Can I see which ones? Okay, just do one for. Can you do one specifically?
Okay, so ma'am, he can have a third party contact you about getting his personal property out, or a law enforcement officer. If you all don't reach an agreement through the law enforcement officer or the third party, then he would need to petition the court to come back to set up a time or a plan to get his items out. But ideally, using a third party, that could be worked out.
Right.
All right, ma'am, I'm finding that he's a credible threat to your safety, and as a felon, he cannot possess weapons. However, I'm going to issue an order providing that he's not able to possess or own weapons, which it sounds like he can't anyways, but by law, I believe I have to issue that order. Can I get a new page 4 and 5, and also an order to surrender weapons? All right, ma'am, do you have any other questions?
Okay. He receives mail here. Do I just?
My suggestion would be just bag it up, and hopefully you'll be contacted by someone to remove it. If not, at some point you'll have to review how long under Washington law. Do you have page 4 also? Thank you. By law, or ma'am, that how long you're required under Washington law to hold his items.
Okay, thank you.
What's that?
What is that? Interest?
Watching other people.
Is that YouTube?
No, it's live right now.
Are you on silent?
Yeah. I'm watching how people are getting like doing all this. Right now, like Google One. How much do you want? 5 minutes. I'll give 5 minutes. What do you want? How long is it? Yeah, I'll give you whatever. Мужики сейчас стоят, короче. I was like, I'm recording this. I'm gonna post it to my channel.
Are you gonna get in trouble? By federal law?
I can block. Закрыть имена, whatever. Little clip.
Oh man. But I don't make it safe so the cops don't. Yeah, why are you posting this? You know, FBI or something.
Oh, I'm so tired. It's just really have a bump right now. I already called my other place, asked for X-ray. And then, what else I need to do in this? Bunch of stuff. Oh, I need to call the bank. Kevin.
All right, ma'am, you're free to go. You can get a copy of these orders from the clerk after 2 p.m. today, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.